Hello, 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 my little ice cubes. Welcome, welcome, welcome inside your big only sis, Calla Nevermelt, with chapter 7 of Galaxias. And before I get started, I want you to know that if you hear any noise in the background, it's raining where I'm at because there's a hurricane. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. And yeah, it's just rain hitting my window, so again, not a big deal. Now, with that out of the way, let us get started with this chapter. First and foremost, this chapter gives us some more lore about the Dragonfolk, plus we get to see who the bandit leader is, and we get some information that's really not that big of a deal, but it's still nice to know nonetheless. And that bit of information that's nice to know is that Obal, city of the White Hill, is 56 miles north of where Geo and Nerade first began their journey. Again, it's not super important, but it's still nice to see just how far our heroes had traveled, and I look forward to seeing just how far they will go, the different cities, the different places, because already I'm invested in this manga, and I hope for the best. I hope that it does become the next big thing. Now, with that out of the way, we get to see who the bandit leader is. That being, of course, a dragon folk by the name of Chalk, and his design looks metal as hell. I love his look, especially his tail, which I want to talk about that in a minute. However, though, I will say though, Magina's design is way cooler, but this guy's a close second. And we find just out what kind of guy Chalk here is, because we see one of his henchmen bringing a force worker who tried to escape because, well, they had to feed their doggo. And, well, when I look at the henchman's face, I'm wondering, is it because he was punished by Chalk, or is this because, of just life just did this to him? Because what we foresee when this man tries to escape is that Chalk will not hesitate to turn you into stone. Yeah, he turns the dude's eye into stone. It rolls out of his eye socket, and he turns his face into stone and just vibe checks him. And what makes it even more sick is Chalk is like, hey, don't you act like you're suffering more than me. So we already kind of have this guy's mindset where he is, not in the wrong. He's doing this. I assume he believes he's doing it for the good of the people, and this is just absolutely messed up, and I love it. However, though, kind of going back to the henchman, though, I'm wondering, did the henchman do some things he wasn't supposed to, and so Chalk turned his skull and whatever else into stone to rip off as punishment. Also, to kind of go back to the whole tail thing, just like with Nerade, the Scale Dragon, Kangaroo Dragon, all of them, I just love how you can't tell what kind of dragon they are just by looking at their tails alone. Because you see this tail, and not one thing about this tale says stone or rock or anything like that. And if I really had to take an educated guess on what dragon he is, since Magina is the Magina dragon based on the yokai of the same name, who, as I said in my previous chapter, is the shape-shifting badger of Japanese folklore. Well, I'm going to assume that our boy Choke here is a cockatrice dragon, basically half snake and half chicken. And before any Greek nerds in the comments say, wait, what about a basilisk? Yes, that's also the basilisk, but in all fairness, when it comes to both of these guys, it is kind of potato potato. Or I could also see Chalk being the Medusa or the Gorgon dragon due to being able to turn things into stone. And again, I just love that you can't tell what kind of dragon he or anyone is just by looking at their tail, which makes me think if we ever do see a fire, water, ice, whatever dragon, is it going to be a thing of this is the icicle dragon or this is the match dragon? I look forward to seeing what the mangaka has in store for other dragon designs because again I love it. I love that it's a mystery of what type of dragons or their power is. Speaking of dragons and tails and their power, though, we get Magina back, who, well, it seems that him and Chalk don't have a very good relationship. It's more, Chalk doesn't trust Magina, and well, I'm wondering is there going to be, any betrayal in the future since, well, Vegeta here can shapeshift, so what's to say he doesn't play two sides? But I do, though, hope that Vegeta is going to be a recurring character because, again, his design looks the absolute coolest, and I want to see more of him. Plus, I do wonder, though, when it comes to Vegeta, is his ability not only just shape shifting, but also would it be shape shifting and using someone else's power slash ability? Because that would make him even more badass and way more powerful. Also, we do find out, thanks to Chalk, he can create illusions. Not only can he transform himself into things, but he can also create illusions. And I do wonder how that's going to come into play in the next upcoming chapters. But anywho, as Chalk is talking about stuff, we find out more about, again, more lore or more world building. And it turns out that in the kingdom of Lanika, I don't know how to say that word, I apologize. But there's basically this energy source that's invisible to, technology, and this energy source is called the dragon's veins. And the only thing these technologies can pick up is, well, the dragon's tails. Which, again, I wonder, what is this place? Like, is this going to be a thing of this was like an ancient secret or what? Because I'm curious. Again, I'm invested. I want to see more of this world, and again, what this mangaka has in store for us, because this could go a number of ways. But sadly, though, it ends with Machina saying, "Hey, listen, I got some news," and it's basically the heroes Geo and Nerade, mostly Nerade, showing up, to which it piques the interest of Chalk. But with that being said, though, this chapter was good. I look forward to seeing, again, what else there is in this, world, in this series. Because, to be fair, I don't think we're going to see any magic users. I know I said that before, like, will there be magic users? Will there be, interesting fighters or what? But it seems that the only rules here is only dragon folk can really, well, fight. Everyone else just has to, just rely on hoping they don't get vibe check. But like I said, this was a really good chapter, and we get to get more into detail with the lore. Uh, One thing I do want to throw out there too, though, is the mangaka seems to be working at a breakneck speed, which, to be fair, I understand because if you want to make if you want to stand out in this day and age of shonen and all of them, you need to, be make sure you have as much lore and details and whatever as much as possible. You can't really do a manga that's a slow burn. So I will say it just kind of sucked that we don't get to, easily, well, not easily, but kind of slowly get to know this world a bit more as the chapters go by. But again, it's understandable as to why it's happening. Now, with that being said, though, my little ice cubes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Please, by all means, like, sub to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, as well here on YouTube and Discord as well. And please have the greatest day ever. Bye.